Oh, welcome to Friday night, NFL Chaos with Jeremy. I am Jeremy, and I bring the chaos. We're going to have a draft tonight. It's Friday. Let's have some fun. I made fun of Green Bean today. I wish I could play that video on this video. Get twice the bang for the buck or whatever you want to call it for it. But anyway, I'll be right back right after this. I like Hutchinson the best, and I don't think Linderbaum is worth a top 10 pick. Thibodeau slipped, and I am going to grab Thibodeau. The Giants took Khalil Elam. Good for them. Kenyon Green is a guarantee in my mind. He would be such a dream pick right here. Evan Neal is still on the board. I'm not going to pick this now. That 44 pick could be tight end. That 44 pick could be a good linebacker, a good safety. We could drop back one pick and pick up a second rounder for New Orleans. We got options here. We do have options. I really want to eat, so I need someone else to help talk. So I have somebody I'm going to bring in right now, all the way from some hotel somewhere. He's very well fed. He had a wonderful meal today. I saw the pictures. Please welcome my co-host for Wacky Wednesday, every Wacky Wednesday, my good friend, Watcher K99, a.k.a. Adam.
Hello, how we doing, Chad? Jeremy, how we doing? I want to say hello from beautiful Mount Pleasant, South Carolina. We are right outside of Charleston. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been here yet, I strongly recommend you make your way down here and take a trip. It is beautiful. People are friendly. The architecture is great. The culture is awesome. Food out of this world. I am broadcasting live from the hotel room. Before anybody asks, no, I am not going clubbing tonight because where else would I rather be than bringing the wackiness of Wednesday to Friday nights?
Man, I love that. I love that. Whatever professionalism I lacked with my dinner, you just totally made up for it with that. J. Cole, who basically says he followed me to the gates of hell, he's here. Thanks a lot for being here. Iowa Jets fan, my favorite butthole. He's here. He's saying keep it simple. I think he's talking to you. Go to Krispy Kreme and get a dozen. You know what? When you get those things hot and fresh, right out of off the conveyor belt, you probably can eat a dozen.
Have you heard about? Now you know I run a little bit, but have you heard? Do you know about the race they do at NC State, home of the Wolfpack? Have you heard about this? There's its connection here.
There's a race.
Yeah. So there's a charity run. Keep in mind this is for charity. So what you do is you start at the Bell Tower, which is a really famous part of the NC State campus in Raleigh, North Carolina. You run 2.5 miles one direction. Waiting there for you is a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. You have to eat 12 Krispy Kreme. Oh yeah, 12 Krispy Kreme donuts, and then run the 2.5 miles back to the Bell Tower. So you're running a 10K, an 8K, 5 miler, but you're eating a dozen Krispy Kreme donuts in the process. Now I'm just thinking to myself. Now I've trained for some races over the last 8 years or so of my life. But how do you train to eat the donuts? I mean, do you eat a ton of sugar? Do you eat no sugar? Do you gradually work your way up to eating all these donuts? Do you go 2 to 4, or do you go straight to 12? I don't know. Is one day running day and one day donut day? I wonder what the training plan would be for a race like that. I can't see the chat tonight, but if you have any suggestions, I'm curious Chad, if you had to do a thing with like running and eating donuts and all within the same time, what would you do?
I would hope there was a lot of porta potties on along the trail.
You like Joey Chestnut.
Payo time.
Right.
The Payo time. The LA Rams YouTuber is here.
Payo.
Pay like time, and I wanna go home. No, it's Payo.
Me se Payo.
Pay like Payo time, and I wanna go home.
Harry Belafonte, our apologies, because we know you're watching.
Grandizer is here in the house. Thanks for being here, Grandizer. It's always fun to do mock drafts. Grandizer, if you ever want to be on to do the Dolphins and represent the Dolphins,
He'll have less picks than the Rams.
Do you know what? Hey, Grandizer, if you're going to stay around anyway, do you want to do the Dolphins? I'll select the Dolphins also with the Jets, and whenever it gets up to that pick, I'll show you the board, and you'll tell me who you want to pick. Are you up for that? Because that would be interesting to have a Dolphin fan doing the Dolphins picks, don't you think?
When would they start? Round 3?
Yeah, I don't know. I thought they had a first rounder. Did they just lose?
Not anymore. No, they traded that away. That was the least they could have done.
Well, let's find out.
All right. Whose house? Rams' house. There you go, pal. You got. Hey, Bismo. Good to see you too.
Jay is coming in and saying right off the bat, take Sauce and take Trevor.
Bring him the heat. Bring the heat, J.E. I love it.
You know who you want, baby.
All right.
Why does everybody think that we have to take Chanel that high? I mean,
I don't know. How did like 2 weeks ago, a month ago, Christian Watson skyrocketed, then he plummeted. You watch, like Chanel is going to, like a week from now, people are going to be picking him in the 5th round. You know, some of these guys, they go up and down and up and down. The only guy we can pretty much agree on is Aiden Hutchinson is going to be picked pretty freaking high. That's all we know.
I just want to say we are amongst royalty, at least in my mind. One
wow.
of the godfathers of this world that we're in now is Paul Boy Green Esden Jr. You know, my hero in this is Green Bean. And Green Bean's hero in this is Boy Green. So that makes Boy Green kind of my, like, grandpa hero. You know, because he's the hero of my hero. So I don't know, man.
What is he? My great uncle? Like, what would he be for me?
I don't know what he is to you.
Those of you with like incestuous family relations, please break down the family tree. If you've done 23andMe, I'm sure you can figure it out. I don't know.
So Grandizer,
Boy Green, it's great to have you.
Grandizer is going to have to run, so he's not going to be able to do it.
Okay.
Showing his laptop. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pick the Dolphins anywhere. We're going to pick for them.
Oh, please, let's pick the Dolphins picks for them. Wink, wink.
You know what? And you could use this. If you're still there, Boy Green, you could use this idea. I got an idea. To make this, everybody's doing so many drafts. To make this interesting, how about tonight we do all of our division?
Oh boy, that's picking it up a little. That's adding a couple of levels to it. Yeah, hey, Grandizer, if there's certain positions you want us to focus on for Miami, let us know what those are. We'll completely ignore them and just draft a punter anyway.
Yep. Question: what are your
No, we'll pay attention to him if you like.
Yeah, you know, my thoughts on Crowder to the Bills is, he's still really good. The Bills just got better, but they didn't really get better. I would say because they lost the other guy, right? I mean, so they lost they lost a good slot receiver. They got a good slot receiver. So I think it's kind of like a wash.
He's like the third. Yeah, he's still the third or fourth option on that team. Gabriel Davis, the way he emerged, my goodness. You know, that guy became a star. Between Diggs and Davis, I mean, they're going to get the vast majority of the targets on that team. I mean, you know, Dawson Knox is fine. I mean, I don't know if Emmanuel Sanders is still there. He might be. I don't think he was a free agent, but yeah, I mean, Crowder's going to get some looks, but do I fear him? I mean, no, not really. But it's a good pickup, and the fact that they got him for $2 million, maximum of $4 million, that's a pretty fine contract for the Bills to sign him to. 34 days, but who's counting?
I mean, I'm okay. I'm okay with it. You know, if the Jets don't make the playoffs and the Bills are in, and Crowder does some big things, I'll actually be happy for the guy. I happen to like him. So
yeah, if there's one division team, I think most of us would say, I think if you polled the majority of Jets fans, you know, if there's one division team you wouldn't mind seeing do well, it's probably Buffalo. Yeah. You know, because, you know, those of us who are, I'd say, maybe 40s and up, you know, we have our history with the Dolphins, Patriots more recently, but the Jets and Bills, it's really been that 82, I believe it was not 82, but the playoff game at Shea Stadium many years ago. But it's not very often where the Jets and the Bills are good at the same time. You know, that doesn't happen very frequently. So And I think we're both kind of more of a blue collar fan base, I think, as opposed to the other two teams. Miami's got friggin' Gloria Stefan co-owning them, and we know what the Patriots have become. They're the ultimate bandwagon team in all of pro sports. So I think Jets and Bills have a little bit, even though we're rivals, I think we have a little bit of a kinship together. What do you think about that?
No, I kind of feel that. I mean, I hate any team that plays us when they're playing us, but when Buffalo was pounding New England, man, that felt good.
It's beautiful.
Felt good. Buffalo
Pound him again.
The Buffalo Jet fan is here.
Awesome.
Guest on the show a little over a week ago. Was an awesome guest. He's doing a great job starting up his channel. He's got some great stuff. I always go there and check it out. I recommend anybody that's looking for more and more Jet content. The Buffalo Jet fan, doing a great job, and he's a nice guy. I love teachers. I love educators because I know more than anyone what they do. So give him some support, give him some love. What the hell is this? Green Bean is still mad at me because I don't know if you saw it, Adam. I did a "What Would Green Bean Do" draft video before. I released a video that was me imitating Green Bean doing a draft if he was.
Okay, so all right, so I have a couple questions that come to mind here. Number one, did you put a beard on?
I didn't put a beard on. I just kept saying "man" after every sentence. Yeah, man.
Okay. Did you find an RV or a trailer to go inside and do the video?
No, I was in my office at work.
You're in your office at work. Okay, so right now I am not seeing the comparability whatsoever. Number three, did you take at least 4 tight ends?
Okay, that's the part. I made it appear like it was going to be a normal video. And Hutchinson dropped, so I took Hutchinson with the first pick. So
wow, okay.
So you thought it was just going to be a video of me trying to imitate him, which is ridiculous because I do a horrible imitation of him. But at pick 10, I said, man, we really shouldn't risk losing out on McBride.
Okay.
And let's just say we ended up with a lot of tight ends. A lot of puking. Oh, in that race. I'm so far behind, man. Oh, I
think it's about Deo. Deo, yeah, these are a little pale.
You got to look up Harry Belafonte.
Yes.
And just look up Deo. And like Harry Belafonte is one of the all-time great performers, man. He's just a legend. So
he commands respect. No question about it.
You know what, J. Cole? I was lying to you. You little. He said, "When's our draft? When are we going on tomorrow? When are we going on tomorrow?" And I said 5 a.m. I was messing with you. I said 5 a.m. because I don't want anyone to watch it. No, I'm just kidding, man. When I'll think of a time. I'm gonna text you like tomorrow, probably about. I would say about noon your time. How about that? Noon your time, 9 a.m. my time. We'll do a draft. When I wake up tomorrow, I'll come upstairs and we'll do a draft.
Still fun.
Green Bean says you're way too far behind on the chat. And I can't even look at it because I'm using my cell phone instead of my laptop tonight. So, sorry, Chad. I can't participate tonight. So I'm just counting on Jeremy to highlight.
Okay. So he's saying, I needed to show this. He's so desperate to find out. He said, Jeremy is our draft at 5. He made that his name.
Oh, my God. Wait, what's this picture this time? What is that?
Yeah.
At least it's not me.
I just want to see AC. AC is in the house. Hello, AC. North Carolina boy, Anthony G. I got to read out names. Eminon is here. What's up, buddy? Eminon's in the house.
I heard the comparison often. Pantera, Harry Belafonte. I'm sure Pantera. Hey, when did Pantera ever do Deo? Tell me that, Eminon.
So I'll tell you what. And Bismo said, by the way, that it was. Look, I'm saying Bismo. Yeah, Bismo thinks it's a great idea that we're gonna do all the teams in the division. He likes the idea.
Oh man.
He would say, "Good idea, Mike. It's really good that you did that." Okay, so another horrible imitation by Chaotic Jeremy. And everybody is all excited because Green Bean's in the chat. I actually forgot to send him the link just in case he wants to come on at any point. Let me take care of that. Usually usually
We could have that sounds great. We could have dueling green beans on the video. Man, wouldn't that draw the ratings?
That'll be amazing if we ever do that.
Oh man. Actually, what I think we really need is we need Braden on, and we need you doing Braden. We need dueling New Zealand Bradens. That. Oh my gosh, dude, you'll hit 1,000 subscribers in the snap of a finger.
That would actually be really funny if I was imitating Green Bean and doing him, and then he was actually on it, and
that sounded kinky. All right.
What's this? I'd listen to Pantera cover. Unbelievable.
Oh, by the way, way to go, St. Peter's. That's let's beat Purdue last second. Let's keep it going, man. This Jersey guy, freaking fantastic. I hope they keep going. Awesome.
Look at this, man. I got like 13 in the stream and I got 14 likes. What does that tell you? Everyone can't read any of our chats, so we can.
You want to play? You got to pay. Hit that thumbs up button.
Check out what Iowa and Jets fan is saying.
Iowa, how is that different from any other night where we do these chats? The only difference, what I don't know won't hurt me in this case. So, and hey, I'm still waiting on my bottle of wine. So, we do have a nice bottle of Moonix here. Let's see, we got that right here. Yeah, so maybe that'll get open tonight. Maybe it won't. I already had 3 glasses tonight with dinner. Happy hour, $4 Sangiovese. So fine. A sweet red wine.
If we can get Green Bean to join the stream, I would rename the show Dinner with Schmucks.
Dinner with Schmucks coming soon. Coming this fall. I don't know, to a yet to be named network. Okay. I know, Iowa. I understand.
Jeremy hasn't given me your number yet. Was I supposed to give him your phone number? Or I don't know what the hell they're talking about.
We have to exchange information. He promised me a bottle of wine, which is really thoughtful of him. But not sure how we're going to exchange info. So
Jeremy is our draft at 5. Oh my God, Jeremy, can we do a little later than 12? I have to go to the Apple store for my new computer. Okay, man. Then don't tell me to say the time. You got to tell me, when are you available? When's the earliest you're available? I really don't want to go on prime time with you, man. No offense. I mean, you're great. You're awesome. It has nothing to do with me. I don't trust myself on a Saturday night prime time. I just don't trust myself. I'm not ready for it.
You don't trust yourself in prime time. That's when the eyes of America are on you, my friend. Oh, by the way, hey J. Cole, I think you'll appreciate this. I sent Jeremy a photo of the menu of the restaurant where I was at tonight. They had a section that just said chicken cutlets, and then you had the Parmesan, the franchise, the marsala. Chicken cutlets. And I'm like, bro, it's meant to be that we got to do a show tonight. Chicken cutlets on the menu. I'm like, have you ever heard has J. Cole ever been by here? Has he ever offered to say, hey, I can make it better than you can? Now let me show you my dance moves.
There's always, you got to question how the Italian food's going to be when the name of the section is chicken cutlets.
I'd never seen it before, but I was looking pretty thoroughly. I got a pretty good feel, I think, for a menu that's going to be good versus one that's not. And looking at that happy hour, I'm like, this place looks pretty freaking good. But the name of the restaurant really translated to this or that. And the food was fantastic. It's a little old school, as we were able to see. Hey, what's up, big man?
I didn't mean for you to cut off your sentence. I just wanted to get Green Bean on as soon as possible. We got a lot of momentum. Right. We're getting a lot of people in the stream. What do? You just throw Green Bean into the room. Right, Green Bean?
You wait.
Yeah.
I'm waiting
guys
for
hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Oh, why do I have a Jets and Giants flag? That Jets and Giants banner, you might not be able to see the top, says house divided because my freaking wife, who I got into football, decided that she loves Eli Manning.
Freaking wife.
Well, when I talk
Freaking
about
wife.
I get
Jocelyn, if you're here, we love you. We don't know about Jeremy, but we love you. Just so you know.
I get a little upset when I think about it. Okay, that she's sitting there rooting for the Giants on Sunday, but she roots for the Jets.
tough.
Too. Hey, Lauren Shorty, Green Bean is the coolest, but you could still subscribe to my channel as well. Make sure you hit the sub button because you never know when you're going to get to see Green Bean here.
Yeah, I just want to talk to you guys about something.
Yeah, let's do it.
Sure.
What is this about Tom Brady getting traded to the Dolphins? What is this? Supposedly it's picking up steam out there. Did you hear this?
It's picking up steam. The only thing I saw today was a tweet saying, "Why would Brady want to go to the AFC when the NFC gives him an easy path to a Super Bowl?" And I'm like, what does this have to do with anything? But
yeah,
being that
it's
I'm
like,
on vacation, I want to stay off social media as much as I could today.
yeah,
but I'm like,
that's smart.
Another Brady twat. So let's just dismiss this. And so that's what it is. Miami, really?
Yeah, like, well, think about it. Maybe he wants to go back to the AFC East and kick everybody's ass one more time. He wants to beat Belichick head on and own the division or something.
The hired assassin.
Yeah, what do you guys think of that? What do you guys think?
I mean, he's a hired gun. Yeah, why? Again, the AFC has about 13 teams that could legitimately make the playoffs. The NFC, I mean, I would say has maybe 3-4 teams at the most that could legitimately go to the Super Bowl right now. I would say probably 4. If he wants to go over there, it's all about his ego. Is just about everything else is.
Well, of course, yeah. But you think,
screw him.
I don't think Brady would choose the easier route. I mean, he seems like a guy, he wants to go there and, be the best in the harder division or something like that. I don't know. I don't like it, man. Well, then again, there's a part of me that says I would love to get one more crack at fucking beating this guy. Like one more time. Just give us one more punch, one more haymaker punch at this guy. If he was on the Dolphins, I'd like it. Yeah. Punch him right in the
Please let us throw Kayvon Thibodeau and Carl Lawson and have him take him out at the knee again.
Wouldn't that be great? Seriously, though, wouldn't that be like, imagine he does that. So he gets traded to Miami. He's got Tyreek Hill. He's got Jalen Waddle. He's got some blocking now. They brought in Teron Armstead. They got some running game. And McDaniel's a very good offensive mind. I don't know if he's a good head coach or anything yet. But imagine him with those weapons, and he wants to come here and own his division from the other end, beat his former team twice and the whole thing, and like try to take the division, and the Jets take him out. Wouldn't that be just delicious?
That'd be great. And I gotta tell you, it wouldn't be as devastating for us as it is for Buffalo and for New England if he went there. Because think about it. How long is he going to play and how long would he be there? We're still
2 years top. 2 years.
We're still in our rebuild. By the time we're ready to seriously make that run, he's probably gone.
Well, one of my one of my real hopes over the past 20 years is that we would turn it around and win everything through them. You know what I mean? Like, obviously you would want to beat them, not wait till they're gone and then we, limp into the Super Bowl. I mean, I would take it. I'll take a Super Bowl no matter how it comes. But it would be nicer. It would have been nicer to actually that's why 2010 was so beautiful. Because we went into Indianapolis, beat Peyton Manning in his last game as a Colt ever. And then we went into New England and beat the hell out of them in their house. Can't wait. All that stuff. And if we would have went to the Super Bowl through them, that would have been best case scenario. Yeah. And obviously we know it didn't happen, but that's what I always wanted. That was the dream. But if he comes back to the AFC East thinking, I'm going to go back and show everybody and do one more victory lap, and you fucking kick his ass, at least you get that. You get that. All right, so you beat me all these times, but the last time I knocked you out dead smack in the center of the ring. That would be beautiful if it happened. I think it's probably bullshit, but
Okay, let's look at this from the Tampa Bay perspective. Why would they do this? Out of courtesy? I mean, why would they do this now? You like, okay, they could reload, they could get this draft haul or something like that. They still have a legitimate chance now to go back to another Super Bowl because the NFC has been, in my mind, greatly weakened this offseason. So what's in it for Tampa Bay to do this? They don't know Tom Brady Jack.
No, I don't know why. I mean, he did bring them a Super Bowl. You know what I mean? He kind of, don't forget that team couldn't get to the playoffs for 10 years. You know, they had a first overall quarterback. They were trying and they couldn't do anything. Brady comes in and they go right into the Super Bowl. I'm with you though. I don't think they owe him anything, but it's a weird one. I mean, I'm seeing in the chat, they said it was debunked. I mean, I thought it was bullshit right from the get-go, but then I saw a few more times people were saying it. I'm like, let me see what these guys think. I mean, I just heard it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey, the bottom line, we brought him into this world. I would love to be the ones to take his ass out.
That's a good way to say it.
As one of the best comedians of all time said it. Say what you want, but
say what you want.
Payout Time's not going to let us have the honor. He says that the Rams are going to do it.
Rams are going to do what?
Can you do it? Can you do it this year, please?
It says the Rams are going to retire Brady for a second time.
Do it. Please do it this year. Enough of him.
Yeah, I know. Please, anybody. I don't care who it is. I root against Brady 100% of the time. Unless,
Absolutely.
I mean, well, last year, I got to say, I did root for Brady over the Patriots. I hate
I was hoping for a tie.
Because then they both win.
Salty Nuts says that Miami isn't overtaking Buffalo even if they had Brady. Salty Nuts being salty. I love it.
You think? I don't think I think Buffalo's they're not the powerhouse. You know, they're very good. I'm not saying anything, but I think they're going to start to lose players. They got rid of Beasley. They brought in Crowder. You know what I mean? It's going to start shuffling around, and I'm really curious to see how long they can hold themselves up there. I'm not impressed with Buffalo all that much.
Let's see if Trey White comes back. You know, he didn't really play last year. They got an ACL injury. So if Trey White could come back and play cornerback, that could make a big difference in their defense.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Just one thought. Hey, V-Man, listen to any Pink Floyd albums lately?
I love that V-Man. I love that V-Man.
No, V-Man.
He's a kid that has so much information and knowledge about things. I love it, how passionate he is about things. But that Pink Floyd stuff, man, that tripped me out.
Yeah, Pink Floyd tripping people out. That's been going on for about 50 years now. So
I knew that was coming. I was setting myself up for that, you know. Anyway, Jeremy Cravat's son chimes in and he says, Jeremy, we can do 5 my time if time.
I think this is, isn't this identity theft?
Oh my God, he took my picture too.
Welcome to the club. Green Bean, you're next.
Don't worry, Edward. Edward, you haven't missed a thing if you're here for the draft.
Yeah, Edward, we waited the entire show to start until you came on, so now we can actually start the show. Welcome, everybody, to the Wednesday night version of Chaos on a Friday night.
I love chicken cutlets, by the way. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So why is the show going on Friday? What happened here?
What do you
What
mean?
is it? You guys do it every week on Friday?
I pretty much do my mock draft show every Friday.
Oh, okay. Just not is Y2K on?
No. I just invited them on.
Okay.
Usually I have like Nick Shine usually comes on or I have different people jump in, but it's just my normal, I'm up to draft 22.0 or something.
22.0. Do you have a goal? Jeremy, seriously, do you have a goal in mind? Are you trying to get to like 48.0 or 63.0? What's your goal here for the mock draft?
I'm actually getting tired of doing them, but like if I don't do them, everybody, even in the regular shows, we're doing Wacky Wednesday and people say, let's do a draft. That's all people want to do is do a draft.
They do.
Yeah. But anyway, let me share screen so we can at least get started because Bismo's getting impatient.
All right.
So
we're really going to do this. We're going to do the entire AFC East. We're really going to try this.
Why not?
All right.
Why not? Right, Green Bean? Why not?
Yeah.
This is a whole new level, guys.
Green Bean, did you know that we're going to do this? We're going to do the entire AFC East.
You're going to control the whole AFC East?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying? Yeah, cool. Are you going to be able to actually pick good players for them, or are you going to be mean and make them suck?
No, we want to be honest and do the best.
Okay, that's good. That's better. Yeah, it's better.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very interested to see what the chat wants us to do. I'm sure they'll have some good ideas on players to pick for these other teams.
They were saying that we should be serious though and like do a good job for them.
Okay, we'll try. So we'll try. Yeah, I don't know how much we've looked at team needs for these other teams, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
All right.
Let's see, let me.
Hutchinson, Thibodeau, and Sauce. Sauce went 3. Wow.
I watch Green Bean so much, and his mic is so good. He cracked the speaker on my TV. Seriously. That's Mike Galizia. He's awesome. He's a fan of yours. He lives in Florida. He's around my age. I know everything about the guy. He's a great guy. Okay.
Nice.
Okay. So let's get going. I'll get lost in the chat forever. Okay, guys. We'll come back to the chat when we have decisions to make, and we already might have a decision to make. So let's take a look at this trade offer, which I doubt we're going to take. So Kansas City wants us. Well, let's look at who's on the board and who went. Aiden Hutchinson, Thibodeau, and Sauce Gardner have been selected. They are gone.
That is not good. That is not good.
Gone. Well, it leaves someone I know Green Bean really likes.
Well, we know that. But.
Sitting right up there. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
So let's look at the trade offers, though, because as much as I agree with Green Bean about the guy he's thinking of, I don't like the Kansas City offer. They're offering us 29, 30, 50, and a third. I'm not saying that's not a big,
29 and 30.
That's a big haul. That's a big haul.
Ooh, 29 and 30?
Let's look at the value chart. Hold on a second. So 29, 4 is worth 1,800. 29 is 640. 30 is 620. So that's 1,260. And then 50 is
600 points.
Is it 50 they offered?
Yeah.
Yes.
Pick 50.
That's 400. And what else is it?
Next year.
A third round pick. So probably a low third. Pretty low third.
Right. So this is a low third. So it's not there. It's not there.
Okay.
The value.
Do we want to counter this?
It's close, but the value's not there.
All right.
But we could still consider it. I don't know.
29 and 30, man, it's very intriguing. But to go
That's
down
far,
25
though.
spots still, that's a lot.
Well, that gives you 29, 30, 35, 38, 50, 69.
And we still have 10, keep in mind.
Yeah. Right. It gives you a lot. It might be interesting, shake it up a bit,
Maybe I'll counter offer him 10.
I would consider countering it. All right.
Well, but they want to trade now.
Maybe move the third round pick up a little bit. I mean, because that pick is not going to be very high.
Yeah, move it to a second next year.
I'd be more open to that.
This is interesting. But it's not. There's no value here. You're going to go from 18 to 4 and not give us not even a first round pick?
Well, they're giving you 2 seconds, though.
Yeah.
New Orleans picks might be a little bit better because
why don't you take what would be more fun for tonight's draft, though? Why don't you let's have some
Kansas
fun.
City.
Yeah,
definitely Kansas City.
Counter it, see if you can get, maybe switch that third to a third this year.
Or for a 2 next year, because I'm all about getting a little draft capital for next season.
Yeah, so let's counter this.
And again, this is Joe Douglas. We got to make Kansas City pay the Joe Douglas tax. You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Yeah, let's ask for a second instead.
All right, I'm good with it.
Declines. Fucking bastards. Okay.
Wow.
You want to just take it to make the draft more fun? We'll have a 29 and a 30. We still have our
Add
10.
something, though. Add a
It'll be a
7,
new
add a
draft.
6. Add a 6.
It'll be a brand new draft. I am for this. Let's have some fun.
Yeah, we're gonna add something. Let's take a
Right. It's totally different.
233. We get a kicker later.
Yes.
There you go.
We know kickers never get picked in this mock draft.
They took
There
it.
you go.
Look at Green Bean, man.
That's how you do
Look at
it.
you.
That's how you do it.
What's up, Cool Kev? Iowa Jets fan, Harry W. We got everybody just jumping in today. I love it. On a Friday
Wonderful.
night. On a Friday night. Okay, number 10. Who's slipped?
Neil, Aquanu, Jameson, Trayvon, and Charles Cross. Garrett Wilson's still on the board. The Little Bum, Karloftis,
I know.
Jermaine Johnson.
Yeah, but Green Bean hates picking Garrett Wilson in this spot, don't you, Green Bean? Oh no, or
No.
you.
I don't hate it. I just wouldn't do it. But if the Jets came away and they the 10th pick and they took Garrett Wilson, I would be very happy with it. Again, not what I would do. I'd be very. He's a very, very good wide receiver, and now we would have at least 2 surgical wide receivers, which this offense loves. And then you got the big boys. You got the 2 tight ends. You got the Kenny Yeboah action. I think that would be nice. It'd be nice.
Can't forget that Kenny Yeboah action.
I think
Right.
I think we have to take an edge here.
Yeah, at 10, right? Who's
I'm
left?
leaning
Though? It
towards
depends. Go on.
Karloftis, Johnson. I think it's Karloftis or Johnson. Trayvon Walker went and Ajabo's injured. I think it's down. It's
Yeah.
only 2 players that we could consider here if we're going.
Yeah,
edge.
I would like Karloftis over Jermaine Johnson, but I know a lot of people are on the Johnson tip these days.
How come you like Karloftis over Johnson, if I may ask? Just wondering.
I prefer his the way that he is able to stand up and bend around the edge. I think he's an excellent ball of clay for Robert Saleh. Like, I just love the way that he plays the edge. It's not just pin your ears back and try to get to the quarterback, which a lot of the times with Jermaine Johnson, what you see is overshooting. Karloftis doesn't seem to do that all that much. Now, is he maybe, quite as athletic as Jermaine Johnson? No, he's not. But I happen to like the way that Karloftis plays, and he's good against the run as well, which Jermaine Johnson is pretty good against the run too. But I think I prefer the way Karloftis plays. I have all kinds of notes. I got to go back to him. But overall, I like Karloftis a lot, and I think that he hasn't reached his potential yet.
I love my reputation for food. I'll admit it. You know who got me higher on Karloftis, to be honest? You know who got me back on that train? I am not kidding. Jude. Jude got me back on the Karloftis train.
That's awesome.
He talked me into it. He talked
Little
about
Jude.
He made me
Is
realize.
he still grounded? Yeah, is he still grounded, by the way?
He's not grounded. He's fine.
All right.
He made me realize that, Purdue is like, and I know someone who went to Purdue. It is a great school. It's like high academic. You got to be super smart. So he's like a brilliant kid, Karloftis. He's really smart. And I revisited the tape, because I used to think he just bull rushes forward, but Green Bean is right. It's not true. He has great balance when he gets pushed. When he gets pushed offline or whatever, he stays and keeps that center of gravity and keeps pushing forward. So it's not like he's just a bull rush. He can take an angle. He can spin around. He can do those things. I'll take him. So
Yeah, and I like Jermaine Johnson too. I do, but again,
okay.
Preference.
So I'm not.
Okay.
New England.
Here's where it gets weird.
This is where it gets weird. We are New England.
Oh man.
Oh yeah.
Detroit is offering us. This would be
Chat. Yeah, chat. I think that these are the spots where we are very interested to hear your opinions.
So what? Now, knowing Belichick,
11 spots.
Belichick might do a move like this, right? He might make a trade like this.
If he has a player he really loves, he's going to take him at 21. That's how I feel.
Well, yeah, I guess we got to look at the board for him too. Okay, guys. They need a line. No, they don't need a linebacker. They're very strong at linebacker, aren't they?
Well, I mean, we can always go to the team needs through this website. So if we want to go through that might help us a little bit.
Yeah,
If we want.
let's go to team needs and see what they say, even though I don't always agree with them.
Right. Cornerback. Now that they've lost Jackson. Running back. Wide receiver, always. I don't think they really need safety that bad. Defensive tackle. Yeah, I would agree with defensive tackle.
Okay, so
Offensive.
it's not saying they need a linebacker, that's for sure.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe a linebacker would make sense for them, but I guess not.
So they don't care. But now Daxton Hill would be very attractive to them, right? Because they need a corner. They have Kerr, Elam, or Trent McDuffie there. They have Lewis Seen. I mean, these are the guys they'd be looking at. They got Perrion Winfrey if they want to
Perrion
go.
Winfrey. See, when I did my original mock draft, I got to tell you, I had Jordan Davis going to the Patriots, but I don't think he's going to make it to them at this point. But I could see them going defensive tackle.
Do you think they would? Okay, so because they could take Perrion Winfrey right here. It's a little high.
It's just a little high. Jacksonville. I do see Belichick taking a safety over a defensive tackle at this point. I find that a little hard to fathom. That's me, though.
Okay, so let's have him take Perrion Winfrey. Fuck it.
Sure.
Unless he wants to take the trade, because he might trade if that's the case, right?
Yeah, I put it this way. I propose that we accept no trades where we have additional opponent picks in this year's draft, because that means we have to come up with more fake picks for our rivals. That'll only make this take all. Okay, this will make it go all night.
We're gonna have to take Perrion Winfrey. There we go. Now it's Buffalo. Green Bay has offered them their 28 if they want to take next year's 5th from Green Bay.
That's not bad. What would Buffalo want at this point?
It makes me realize that when it comes to other teams, we don't know what the hell we're doing.
Is this Freeze? Are we being joined by Freeze Bean right now?
No, I'm just.
Oh, there he is. Okay. Okay, there you are.
They're
okay.
sitting here
I'm trying to fix. I'm sorry. I'm trying to fix a Patreon issue. So I'm listening to you guys. I can't. I don't have the mental patience for what you guys are doing. Like, I'm with it. I'm listening, but.
We'll let you know. We'll let you know when we're back up.
So what would Buffalo want in the first round?
All right. 2 of the 3 last year, or the last 2 years, they took a defensive lineman. They took Rousseau last year, and they took Epinesa. Wait, Epinesa was a second, maybe. I forget, but
second. Second sounds right. I could see them going running back later in the draft. I don't know how sold they are on Singletary and Moss. Maybe tight end.
Look at their team.
Yeah. How many they even have?
I say it.
It says cornerback is their number 1, defensive tackle, offensive guard, edge.
They did lose Feliciano.
Huh?
Yep, running back makes sense. So even though they've gone after defensive line quite a bit in the draft, this website still considers that to be a very prominent need for them. Interesting.
Unless they didn't upgrade it.
You see what they have as our number 1 need there?
Safety, right?
Yeah, not funny.
And I think these are updated since free agency because, Pittsburgh's number 1 need is quarterback.
Look at that.
But Indianapolis is not updated because this isn't taking into effect that they have Matt Ryan on their team now.
They don't look at wide receiver as an issue for us. We're good.
I know that's
Denzel Mims.
This is bullshit.
Tariq Black.
Yeah, they like Mims.
I say Buffalo would take Devin Lloyd here. Best value.
Wow. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Well, that sucks.
Back to the good guys.
Us now. Here we go. So let's reject these trades. We're not doing this because our enemies are getting stronger. We have to get stronger. Okay.
2 in a row. Here we go.
2 in a row. Let's look at the board.
This is fun.
We got our edge. So we're good there. Now we need a wide receiver, right?
I've been told that.
We can go safety, but Treylon Burks is sitting there looking very juicy.
Ooh, both safeties are there. Ooh. And then after this, we still have 35 and 38, right?
Yeah.
We haven't messed with that, so keep that in mind.
Joe Campione is already saying Burks. I agree. Personally, I'd go Burks here.
I would go Burks also. Yeah, I'm not messing with it.
What do you think, Green? Green Bean, you want to take Treylon Burks?
For who? For Jets?
For us, yeah. For 29.
29. And what did we get? Karlaftis or Jermaine Johnson? Who'd we take?
We got Karlaftis.
Karlaftis.
Okay. So, we're at 20, and we have 30 as well, right?
And 35 and 38. Yeah.
Oh my God! Let's clean up. Let's clean up.
Yeah, we got.
Right?
I would go right here. Who's at the top? Daxton Hill.
Yeah.
Daxton Hill. A lot of safeties are left.
We got 2 picks.
Only Hamilton's been taken.
Yeah, I would take
Hill and Burks.
I would take Daxton Hill and I would take Traylon Burks right now. That's what
Everybody
I would do.
Okay.
the same thing. So here we
Yeah,
go.
that's
right.
what I would do.
Just curious. Let's see what we get. 3 offers. Let's at least look. It's going to take a pretty special offer, I think, for us to trade out of this.
58 is good. It's 7 spots, or I'm sorry, it's 13 spots.
Yeah.
And you get 58 out of it.
Ooh,
2
look at
spots
that.
and you get 66.
Wow.
Wow.
You're giving up next year's third, though. It's more fun for tonight, but that's tough.
I don't want to
66
give up the
is
capital.
that's a top
Yeah,
third, man. It's a top.
that's right at the top of the third.
Well, it's
We'd have 66 and 69. Man.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's fun. Dude, you'd clean up this draft. Cleaning it up.
we should do
Wipe
it.
the floor. What's the other offer? I only saw 2.
Oh, it was another shitty one.
Yeah, 1 and
16
3
you
I
get.
have no interest in at all.
All the way down.
Detroit's the only one I would even consider.
Detroit's the only one I consider. We already traded out of a premier spot,
No,
You
So
slide
after
back
this
2
is-
and you get a free third, dude. I do it.
yeah, because
Well-
after this we have Detroit and Cincinnati. I mean, Cincinnati would not take a wide receiver, I don't think. Detroit potentially could.
Look,
Like
this,
I could see them moving up for Burks.
Well, who's our tier? So we see Traylon Burks. What other receiver? If we're eyeballing a receiver here,
right.
who's in our tier? Who do we want? So who else is
Okay.
there? Let's look at the wide receiver.
Green Bean's got to get all professional with the.
All right. If
Dotson,
you don't want me
Pierce.
here, I'll fucking. What the hell's that?
All of a sudden, we have to have a high quality show. Okay.
All right. Well, then don't ask me. You guys just do it. I'll just fucking hang out.
Oh, I'm hurting his
Jesus Christ.
I'm hurting his feelings.
You're not hurting my feelings, Jeremy. I'm just saying. If you asked me a fucking question, so I'm answering.
I'm just
I didn't say anything. I got nothing to do with this.
joking. Traylon Burks, Dotson's still there. Green Bean's making a good point. There's other wide receivers that we can get if we want.
If you like them. Now, I personally, I wouldn't. If I wanted Traylon Burks, I don't think Jahan Dotson. To me, I would prefer Burks. So if I was afraid to lose him, I wouldn't do the trade.
Burks is who I want.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
I'm not trading. I'm not going to risk losing Traylon Burks in this spot.
Yeah, let's just take Burks. Okay.
All right. Who went? Desmond Ritter? Was that Sean Ryan and Dotson? Okay.
Oh, what happened? Okay, there we go. Green, Kenyon Green,
Help me.
Dotson. Okay. So
Cool.
let's go to all. Who haven't? Let's review who we've picked. I love that we're drafting for 3 other teams, but we have so many picks before they go.
Watch all these picks in the 200s we're going to have for all the other teams. And we're going to be like picking who has the coolest sounding name by the end of it, right?
Yeah.
All right.
we have
Edge, safety, wide receiver.
Safety, a wide receiver.
All right. So at some point, we got to go linebacker at some point. And I would want to make sure we do that by, say, the 3rd round because we need a starter. All right. We have 52. We're not going 35, 38, 69. We also have pick 50. So let's keep that in mind.
Right. And
So
I
we
do
still
want
have a ton coming up.
And right now it's a little early for linebacker based on the top guys are gone. And like as
Yeah.
far as value, this is not the part of the draft where we pick one. Unless somebody had slipped. So this trade-off. Dallas is saying go down to 44, we'll give you an 88, but you got to give us next year's 66. Next year's 6th. That's not so bad.
Not horrible. Not horrible.
Not a horrible offer.
We still have our 6 from Houston, so from the
Right.
infamous Blake Cashman trade.
Right. That's a good offer.
Let's see what number 2 is. This is a very different trade. Okay. That's a long way to drop.
I don't like this offer.
No,
Getting
that's
that
way too
second
far.
next year, though.
I know
That's
Frisco's going to be pretty good, though. I think it's going to be a lower second. It's not all 2nd round picks are created equal, in my opinion.
I know. I think that we're just making the point that it's not so bad when you consider a 2nd round pick. if you're a guy who likes picks, then I like picks.
Yeah, I always like getting draft capital for next season, but and for all that we've acquired, it's really not the end of the world to trade a pick away in the second or third round to get something for next year. It's really not the worst idea.
Meanwhile, Dallas is still waiting for an answer. I don't want to trade next year draft capital, right?
I mean, our 6th-round pick, is it something that's really going to break our hearts? I mean,
No,
I don't think so.
I'm going to do it.
All right. And we're coming right up again.
Now Baltimore wants our 38th and our 146. They'll give
The
us
Giants. So McBride went? I think Trey McBride got drafted by the Giants, if I see that correctly.
Really?
I think that's what I saw. I'm seeing this on my cell phone, so I don't have my usual view that I have with my laptop.
I don't know about this. I mean, it's nice. We could take the 146 and upgrade it to a 76. 70 spots. You can upgrade it 70 spots.
At some point, we got to take a player. Yeah, we're trading down quite a bit. I'm getting to the point where I'm like, we should pick somebody, you know?
Piss people off.
I'm kind of getting there.
You know what? Don't rule out Boye Mafe. If we're not gonna get one of the premier edges, we might want to double up and hedge our bets. You know what I mean? I'm just throwing that out.
Yeah, I'm with you there. I love it. I love that idea.
Yeah.
I would really consider either a Devontae White or a Roger McCreary. I know we've gone pretty defense heavy at this point, but yeah, really the best prospects that are on the board right now are defensive players.
Yeah, so you take them. I think Boye Mafe, I might even go running back. Take the best running back in the draft if you like him. I actually prefer Isaiah Spiller, but hey, man, why not?
And we got so many picks, we could take him anyway with a couple of picks, but I hate that defense right now.
You made the breathing room. Why not? You know what I mean?
Yeah. We got insurance.
I think the biggest drop off is defensive tackle. I think like not getting Devontae Wyatt, there's a huge drop off after him. I'm not saying there's not guys that are good. I'm just saying I think it's a huge drop off because I think Devontae Wyatt is special.
I really like Roger McCreary too. When we watched that video on him, I was really impressed with him. I don't know what the fall off is after him in terms of cornerback, but yeah, if we went to Devontae Wyatt here, yeah, I would certainly be happy with that pick.
What do you think, Green Bean?
What's Chad feeling?
What do you think of Devontae Wyatt?
I don't want him. I would go, but you know, if you guys, what it is, me personally, wait, we have 35, 38, and what else we got here? What's our next one?
50. 43 or something. Hold on, let me see.
We traded out of 35.
Oh, we traded out at 35? Where are we? Oh, we're at 38. So we have 38 and what now? Okay.
44.
38, 44, 50, 69.
Yeah.
Yeah, I might go Mafe here, man.
What does the chat
I might
feel?
go Breece Hall. Well, no, I like Isaiah Spiller, but I might go Mafe and then see where the chips fall. We already got a wide receiver. We got an edge. Yeah, double up on edge. Like Jeremy said, we didn't get one of those top 2 or 3 premier guys, even though Karlaftis could be in that mix. Take Mafe. That's me. That's what I would do.
Now, Ice Storm says Ajabo.
Yeah.
I know he's probably thinking we could live without him in the beginning, and then eventually he's healthy. But I don't like ankle Achilles. You know what I mean? There's no guarantee.
I didn't have a lot of confidence in Ajabo to begin with to succeed in this particular defense. And now, when he probably wouldn't even be back until late in the season, if at all the season, I just don't think that's a player we can consider at this point.
Right.
He's for a good team. Yeah, he's for a good team where he can redshirt the season, then come back in maybe at the end for like a playoff run for that late season, that late season edition. That's what I envision for David.
I really want to hedge the bets. I like Boye Mafe. I don't know why he hasn't moved up even more. I really like him. He looked really impressive. I watched the tape after that Senior Bowl. I don't understand it, man. He's really good. So let's just make sure we get an edge that works out. Like if Karlaftis is a big bust, maybe Boye rescues us. And if they both work out, then hey, we got the Niners defensive line.
Yeah. It was just like get Clowney for a year. You know what? I'd take a shot on Jadeveon Clowney for one season.
Yeah, I would too.
Look at this.
Depends on the price, of course, but yeah.
Look who slipped.
Who is it?
Devontae Wyatt.
See that?
Now
Smart.
You're talking about
So we took
value.
All right. So we took Mafe, and so now we're good with going with Devontae Wyatt. I can live with that.
Yeah.
Oof. All defensive line. This is crazy.
It's a lot of it's a lot of defense.
Hey, is it that much is it that unlike Joe Douglas?
Right. It's not that unrealistic, actually.
It's not like there are last couple of general managers when we really think about it.
How crazy would it be if we went linebacker right now?
The thing is, we have to. At some point, we have to use because the fall off at linebacker after I think the third round is immense. After like a Brandon Smith, it falls off a cliff.
But this is how you would actually turn around the 32nd ranked defense in the NFL, right? I mean, by taking Devontae Wyatt, Karlaftis Amboye Mafe, making sure that you have that line stacked, making sure that you're going to get a good edge rusher with Carl Lawson. And then you grab Christian Harris here. This is how you transform a defense. We picked up Whitehead. We picked up CJ, an extra, Reed, an extra cornerback. You want to convert a defense from being 32nd in the NFL and get into the teens. This is what you got to do. You got to go heavy. You got to bring in tons of fresh, legs and whatever, fresh meat.
I mean, who did we bring in for the front seven in free agency? Jacob Martin.
Right.
That's it.
We
brought in Jordan Whitehead and DJ and DJ Reed for the secondary, but we have essentially the same front seven as we did last year, minus Foley Fatakasi.
Yeah. So you know what? Without shame, let's grab Christian Harris. Let's transform this defense. We did a lot for the offense already anyway. We gave him Treylon Burks, so it's not like we haven't,
last year we went so offensive heavy in the first 4 rounds, and then we went defensive heavy after that. I'd say that draft worked out pretty freaking well. So let's do the opposite this year and see how that works out. Why not?
Okay.
But first, we pause to draft for the Patriots and then for the Bills.
So the Patriots. Who did we take last time with them? We took
Perry Winfrey.
They took a very good defensive tackle.
Okay.
I think they would go value of the board here. They're the type of team that would take a David Ajabo.
Yes, they absolutely would do it.
And it'll work out for them, right? Because like Green Bean says, we're the fucking Jets. Welcome to New York, Robert Saleh. Assume everything's going to go wrong. Belichick, everything is going to go right. Ajabo's going to come back at 100% and get 10+ sacks a season if New England takes him.
And Carl Lawson will never walk normally again.
All right. I think Green Bean takes when we do the other teams, he takes off. So let's say that they're going to do it and take Ajabo. Really,
I'm good with this.
Because subconsciously, I fucking hate them.
No, I consciously hate them, and I make no bones about it. It's cost me friendships.
So now Buffalo goes again.
All right, guys, I'm gonna hang for like 10 more minutes. I gotta run though in a minute.
That's cool.
You working on your videos?
Yeah, I gotta record a few things. I gotta do a Jet Nation video.
Oh,
all right.
Gotcha. All right.
Would you like the honor of making the Bills pick for them?
No, I'll leave that to you guys. I can't override my hatred.
Okay. All right. So who do we pick for Buffalo with that first pick? Where are we going so back and forth?
They went linebacker.
Devin Lloyd. Okay. Now, do they have a guard? Now, they lost Feliciano to the Giants. Do they have a guard to replace him?
No, I think
it may not be the place.
I think they have. They definitely have a need. I think they would take Lacita Smith, honestly.
Okay, yeah, because I think that I don't know if they have a backup, but yeah, they lost their right guard, so I think that's something they want to make sure that they fortify. So yeah, I could see them going Smith on this pick. So I would do it.
Okay.
Who's
Oh, it's us
next?
again. It's us again. We go again, Green Bay.
Do-do-do-do-do.
Okay, I'm gonna reject this trade.
Yeah, Bears down.
Do we double up on wide receiver and take Christian Watson just because I love him?
So tempting.
It is
All right,
tempting.
what's happening?
Well, we're picking, and it's like the top of the board is Christian Watson. Okay,
You want to take Petrie or Peter?
we're going with another. Stick with defense. Huh? I don't want anything to do with Jalen Weidemeyer. I have lost all faith
me
in
neither.
Weidemeyer. I'll tell you right now.
No, you could use some tackle help too. We can use some tackle and interior offensive line. We're in the third, or are we still in this in the second here?
We're in the third.
We're in the
69.
early third. 69.
Yeah, we need. Oh, look, Joe Campione. Right, I agree. I think this is right where you take. The best offense. If it's a center, if it's a guard, if it's a tackle, this is right where I'm hoping the Jets get a pipeline, like a short pipeline guy, like to replace McGovern or to get to replace Edoga or as the swing tackle kind of like something like that.
Okay,
I'd like to
so
see.
Bernard Raymond's on the board. Is Alec Lindstrom still available?
Yeah, let's look at the
There he is.
wait, where are you? You looking at the offensive line guys at all? Lindstrom's still there. Yeah, I love Lindstrom.
Yeah,
Love's a tough word. I like him a lot.
Now, so after 69, is our next pick like 103, like it would normally be?
Bernard Raymond's very good. I like him.
I know that's the guy I like.
Penning has been going in the first round in these sims.
Yeah,
Trevor Penning is a beast.
Yeah, he's a monster. He's really good. He might end up being the best tackle on the board, like in the draft. You never know. He might
69, 88.
We have
Yeah.
88. I say we wait up and use 88 to try to get Lindstrom if he's there.
Okay, all right, I'm good with that.
So who are you going to take with 69?
The offensive tackle.
You want to take Raymond?
Bernard Raymond. That's a fantastic pick.
I think it's a
This late? Yeah.
Isaiah Spiller's there though.
Oh, I might do that. I know, and that's just I kind of got a little hair up my ass about an early running back. I just got a feeling.
Green Bean, you've like converted from the tight end man to the running back man.
Yeah, no, I still want my tight ends, but we happen to get two of them. You know what I mean? I feel pretty good. We got 3 good tight ends on the roster.
When you consider the size of Carter and the chance that he might end up being an injury-prone type guy, I think it's a smart pick to take another guy who could be a potential RB1, and that's Isaiah Spiller. Like, he might be better than Carter. He might be the guy.
Is Spiller is he more of like a speed guy, a power guy? Like, what kind of running back does he profile as? I really haven't watched anything on him.
Oh, he's a bruiser.
Okay, I like that idea right there. We need that. I mean, I want a running back who can actually freaking block.
It's weird though. Like I did all this work on this, like on these guys, like months ago, like early, and I'm starting like as now I'm doing like mids and like later round guys, and I'm starting to forget like the details of these guys. You know what I mean? Like I got to go back and like review my own stuff. Even when you ask me about Karlaftis, I'm like, what the fuck did I like about Karlaftis? What was it? Why do I like this guy?
Name.
Yeah, well, the thing about Karlaftis is that he literally is, I mean, he's this good. It's a similar situation to Ojabo. They're relatively new to the position, and Karlaftis still has a world of upside. You know what I mean? Like under Salah and, you know, like, and Ulbricht, like they could really make this guy. But anyway, not to digress, but yeah. I don't know. Passing on Bernard Raymond right now for a running back is hard. I might do it for fun though. Right now, that's just me.
But New England's up. New England's up, not us.
New England's back.
Oh, you already did it. Who'd you take, Spiller?
Yeah.
Oh, excellent. Good move.
Yeah, so we can make sure here New England does not take Lindstrom, and then it's 2 more picks, and then it's us.
Well, I say New England is going to pick Kobe Bryant here and grab a cornerback.
They would.
Instead of losing Gilmore.
I could see it. All right, Kobe Bryant makes sense with this draft board.
He's still there. So let's reject this trade. Let me blow it up and show you. Joe Campione's going to be very happy.
Let us not waste time.
And I think that Joe Douglas runs to the podium and says, "Oh my God, I'm so lucky." And he grabs.
And the next day, perhaps he cuts Connor McGovern and saves $9 million. Maybe.
Well, who would play center then?
Making Lindstrom. Making half
No,
of
he grabbed
Raymond. Oh, I
Yeah.
thought you were taking Lindstrom. Okay, never mind. I really thought you were going Lindstrom with that pick, but that's fine. We need a swing tackle anyway, so I don't mind it.
And he's more than likely, he has the legitimate potential to replace Fant next year if the contract doesn't go well.
Which is very, very important.
Right.
Okay, so
this is where you want to take a, like, remember everybody's talking about Icky or Neal to replace Fant next year. It's like not up at the top 10. Third round, perfect.
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
We
All
got a
right,
guy-
so
we got a guy who
so
can
the
come
Bills.
in. If there's an injury, he can come in. If there's no injury, he develops for a year, and then he's our guy.
Hang on. Hey, there's always Ross Bierschbacher and Grant Hermans waiting in the wings. I know they're probably guards, but
What's Buffalo going to take?
they're
They're going to take a safety. They're going to take Leon O'Neal.
even with Hyde and Poyer, they're looking for replacements. Probably the best safety tandem in the league, in my opinion.
Oh, maybe they go Romeo Dubes here.
Maybe they go Jeremy Ruckert.
You think?
Well, I mean, they have Dawson Knox at tight end. I mean, maybe they could see a little 1-2 punch going there. I know that's going to break a lot of hearts, but maybe they do go tight end. Wouldn't shock me.
Let's break some hearts.
We're used to it. What we've had 8,000 heartbreaks in our lifetime. When's 8,001? Why not? All right, on to the stinkfish.
Miami.
Well, they clearly have a need. Let's give a wide receiver. They clearly have no wide receivers on their team.
Oh, they're going to take Calvin Austin then.
I'm kidding about the wide receiver thing, of course, but they've added so much recently. They just drafted a safety last year. They've added to the running back for sure. Wide receiver, they're pretty loaded. They kept Agba. They got a bunch of tight ends. Damone Clark, he had the spinal fusion surgery, so he's out this year. I don't even know if he's going to get drafted. Tough call here. Maybe offensive line? No, they got Armstead, but
I think that they would go running back. Because their running back is a injury-prone guy.
well, they got Edmonds, and they already had. Who's the other one that they got? Gaskin.
And Maestrate, or whatever, the guy from San Francisco. Moistrate?
Pretty mediocre running back room. Maybe they do go running back. I don't know.
Nah.
I think at this point they're probably going BPA. But do you think they might want another tight end to pair with Jazicki since he's on the franchise tag?
They definitely might want another tight end.
Let's give him a tight end. Ferguson or Otten, either one's fine with me.
Yeah, well, Rusty would kill me if I gave him Martin, so we'll just give him Jake Ferguson.
Okay, we got to keep Rusty happy. We understand that. We're up.
Yeah, we're up. We got to start thinking about tight ends for real now.
Oof. No kidding.
I mean, I've never seen Green Bean so content without a tight end this far into a draft. I guess it's because we signed those two guys, right, Green Bean?
Yeah. Well, you guys, it's a funny little thing you guys do, but I'm not always yelling for tight ends up and top of the draft. It's just depends on what our needs are. You know what I mean?
Right.
And the fact is that we haven't had a fucking tight end in 12 years. You know what I mean? A real one.
And that's even being kind.
Right.
And
Yeah,
now
it
we
is.
signed 2 decent ones.
So the top tight end is Trey Barry. I barely even heard of him.
Yeah. Well,
Do we lose out on all the tight ends?
no.
Oh, there's still Jelani Woods and Charlie Kolar.
Yeah, Jelani Woods, Charlie Kolar. There's some guys up there.
Cole Turner. Yeah, Cole
Turner.
Turner's not bad.
We don't even have to go tight end yet, to be honest.
We really don't. Yeah, I think I would wait on tight end.
We might want to
double review.
Receiver. I think we need.
Should we review our picks? Yeah, maybe we should review our picks really quick because we've had quite a few.
I think we need another wide receiver, though. Honestly.
Well, I'd be happy to get Austin. But,
I don't know what you guys are talking about with 2 wide
We only
receivers.
took 1 wide receiver in the draft, and right now we don't have that many like guys we like. Really?
Well, how many wide receivers do we plan on keeping on the active roster? What do we think?
6.
6?
And is Denzel Mims part of that 6? That is a huge question.
That is a question, right? Because we don't know what they're going to do. If the regime doesn't like him, then you gotta make a move. If they understand, hey, he had a rough year, but they like him and he's down there working with Zach and he's doing all the things they want him to do, then they're going to give him another shot. But if we're going to keep 6 wide receivers, you have Corey Davis, you have Elijah Moore, you have Braxton Berrios. Then we drafted Traylon Burks, so that's 4. And then they seem to like Jeff Smith, but obviously I think it's going to be Denzel Mims. But if you're using a draft pick, what round are we in? The 3rd or 4th?
We're at 111, so
it's got to be 4th.
4th. Yeah, it's the 4th round. Yeah, I mean there's an argument for it, but. I know we didn't draft a safety. Did we draft? Oh, we did. We drafted Daxton Hill.
Yeah, Daxton. Okay, I almost forgot we drafted him.
Yeah, me too.
We haven't done cornerback
solid draft.
Yeah,
we haven't done a cornerback. No defensive tackle. We did defensive tackle too.
We did.
We grabbed a running back, right?
Yeah,
it's pretty solid. Covered a lot of positions.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, wide receiver, tight end. This is a good spot for a tight end, depending on who's there. You want to see which guys are there. Right now, it should be about talent, a little more so than positions. Right? We want to look who's slipping and all that kind of stuff.
So let's look at.
Well, we have 111. Yeah, we have 111 and 117. So there's a good chance if we don't take somebody now, they might fall. So I really don't feel a need to take a tight end right now.
Now, I know that Rusty Spurner would love to take Eric Uzukanma right now.
Uzukanma. Uzukanma sounds double E.
I know that he would love to take it. Rusty Spurner would love that pick. Kent is asking, is Daniel Fagot available? Is he talking about the big guy, the 400-pound?
Yes.
He's gone.
Well, look at the wide receivers left. So this is, you got Calvin Austin. I like him. I do. I don't love him, though.
Obviously, we have Kyle Phillips down the road, but obviously that doesn't need to happen right now.
Right. What are the tight ends?
Now that we have Berrios, I agree. It's a little bit. Wan'Dale Robinson is a guy that we were talking about for a little bit, but now we don't talk about him as much anymore.
No, he was a fad for us.
we have like 1 week fads, 6 week fads, and then they just kind of fade out. The Ron Warner's crush.
Remember the Linderbaum fad? People were ravenous about Linderbaum.
Trey McBride lasted about 6-7 weeks. It was an intense man crush that we had on him. Now we have jilted him.
Yeah. So Jeremy, okay, there's the tight ends. You got Jelani Woods, Lucas Crawl. I'm not too into Trey Barry, but Charlie Kolar. What about the big board? What are we looking at the big board, just to kind of do a scan of all the positions?
So you can see the wide receivers real fast.
Terry Kennard. Can we do something on the interior offensive line?
Yeah, might be smart. Is Cole Strange still around?
I would think so. I think him and Cade Mays would probably both be around. Oh, there's Troy Anderson. Not that we need a linebacker, but still Troy Anderson's there. And let's check offensive.
Oh, I like Troy
let's
Anderson.
check guard. Yeah, let's check guard. Strange is there. Mays is there. Marquise Hayes we haven't talked much about, but that's not a bad guy to look at.
Yeah, Cole Strange would be a good pick. But we're at 111, right? Yeah, I might go like what UK said. I might go interior offensive line. He can play guard and center, and he's an animal.
Who's that?
I like that idea.
Cole Strange.
Strange plays center also? That's a done deal for me, though.
That's a good point. That's a good one.
Mm-hmm.
There goes Troy Anderson.
Oh, there goes Rusty Spooner's guy to Denver.
Right before us. Look at that.
So now if you want to go tight end, now I can. I'm a little more into getting a tight end at this point, like a developmental tight end to learn and develop under Uzama and Conklin, and it could be with Kenny Yeboah. So now if you want to go Jelani Woods, I'm with it.
What?
Yeah, Jelani Woods, Cole Turner. I like Lucas Krull too. Any one of them. Any one of those guys, there could be a case. I think Jelani Woods is the most interesting because of his size and athletic combination. He's an interesting guy. So that might be more fun.
You would probably render West. You think if they draft him, Trayvon Wesco is not long for this world anymore?
Yeah, I think they're probably going to move on from Griffin, Brown, Croft, Wesco. I think they're going to move on. They brought back Nick Bawden. They signed 2 tight ends. And I think Yeboah is developing nice. He's got much more upside and potential than Wesco. Wesco had a whole bunch of potential, but he's just, dude, they gave him a lot of opportunities last year, and he didn't do much. He had his plays, a couple passes and then some really nice blocks, but he also had a lot more flubs than you want to see. So I don't know. I don't know how much they like him.
Did Wesco come from Minnesota? If I remember correctly?
No, West Virginia.
West Virginia. Okay, so why do I think Minnesota? I don't know. Maybe I think of him as being like the offensive version of Cashman. I don't know why, but I don't know. I equate those 2 guys being together. Just I link them. I don't know why mentally they're like the same guy to me sometimes. I don't know.
So I think we're just going to grab Jelani Woods. I think is the highest ceiling because of his size.
Miami. I feel like we barely picked for Miami. Like reject.
So the Rams try to trade everybody. Okay, so this is 125 from Miami. They only took Jake Ferguson so far.
Nice. Only 4 more picks to get through Miami. I'm down with that.
Let's just say they grab Austin. Nah, they wouldn't do that. They'll grab Darius.
No. Yeah, they could use another. Yeah, they could use a tackle. I would go with Kennard for them. All right, so New England. Then we got Buffalo. Okay. Is
Boston
that Essamore?
Trey Barry out of Boston College.
Trey Barry. Okay.
They want a local guy.
Buffalo's up. I can you zoom in a little bit? I can't really see the board very well. Thanks. Somebody's got to say Calvin Austin at some point. All right, they took cornerback. Maybe they would go Jeffrey Gunter. Think they could use maybe Jeffrey Hughes, get a little long in the tooth. To go across Ed Oliver.
All right.
Hughes may not even be back. I think maybe give him an edge.
That's going to make Rusty Spooner cry, but okay. Round 5, guys.
He'll survive. Round 5. See, we're zooming through this draft.
Ooh, if we didn't already take a running back, look at Damian Pierce still on the board.
That'd be nice. We do not need to double up at running back, and I'm pretty sure the chat will agree.
Yusuf Walker is not a horrible pick here. Get another.
If they could play free safety, we drafted a safety already though, like with a premium pick, so that's a little bit tough for me to get behind. But if they could play free safety, then to go across from Whitehead, then that's great. Astro Carrot defensive.
Well, we already took Hill, so
We did, yeah. That's yeah.
so we
Put it
already
this way: there's hardly a position we haven't addressed at this point. We're just looking for the best players who can contribute or that we can develop over time. At this point, it's not about filling a position now.
I agree. Best players, which wouldn't shock me if they grabbed like a Corker for safety, or if they even grabbed the Haskell Garrett from Ohio State defensive tackle. I could see that, even though they've already taken one. They might grab a cornerback, right? Don't they like to develop cornerbacks?
All right, guys, I got to bounce.
Okay.
Oh, Green Bean's got to bounce.
Yeah, have a good night, everybody in the chat. Good stuff. I'll see you guys later.
Thanks for stopping in.
Right. Later, fellas.
Later.
All right. Yeah, at this point, the guys we pick, let's be honest, it would probably be a long shot to even make the roster.
I mean,
because we just have so many draft picks.
Kent Free is saying double dip.
Double dip where?
I don't know where, because have a good one, Bean.
I'm open to do a double dip, but you got to tell us what bowl to dip in, my friend.
Kent Freeman, where should we double dip? Defensive tackle?
I mean, we could draft 2 kickers if you want us to. We don't mind. Yeah, now we're going to start reaching a little bit here.
Well,
Did we get a second wide receiver? Did we get the second wide receiver yet?
Oh, Joe Campione is saying wide receiver. We have not.
Then you know what? I would look at wide receiver at this point. I think it's time to get another one.
That's what I'm doing it, but we don't have anyone up here. I know, to be honest.
Is that the high? Is that the highest of the list?
Let me look.
There's Kyle Phillips. There's Rambo.
Oh, Kyle Phillips. Kyle.
Just grab him. See, now Rusty will love us again.
Kyle Phillips is now a New York Jet.
Let's get our boy. We might lose a Kyle Phillips, but we got one right back.
Okay, it's Miami's pick. They're just gonna go. They're gonna go for the highest guy on the board. Let's see. They're just gonna take Damian Pierce at running back. Boom.
Okay, good. We got another pick. Oh my goodness.
I think we double up at safety here. Oh, Smoke Monday's still up there. Yusuf Corker is still up there. What do you think?
Yusuf Corker, Smoke Monday.
We really don't need another safety, though, to be honest. We really don't.
I don't feel like we do. Between Joyner, we drafted the guy, Whitehead, Pinnock, Davis. That's cool. I think we're pretty heavy on safety at this point. I don't think there's any need to bring another one in.
Oh, but you know what? You know who we can grab?
If you want to bring in one more, we took 2. We took 2 edges. I just wish we could trade this pick for capital next year. To be honest.
What about where is he? Zacoby McClain. No,
linebacker.
That's not the guy. Hold on, that's not the guy. Remember the guy we were looking at, Malone?
Oh,
the guy that I told Rusty about. Rusty didn't like him, and then I convinced Rusty he was good. You know what I'm talking about? There's a guy like.
Do you remember which position?
He's a linebacker.
I thought it was a linebacker.
He's a linebacker edge, though. You know what I mean?
There he is, Deangelo Malone. That's him.
Deangelo Malone. This is the guy I told Rusty about, and I think Rusty likes him. Let me see if Rusty's saying anything about him. Get edge with Deangelo Malone. Okay, so he remembers. See, I'm teaching Rusty something. Because Rusty didn't like him even. Rusty said, "Who's that?" And then I played the tape, and Rusty said, "Oh, I like him." He's in the chat cracking up right now because I'm totally full of crap. Let's just grab him. It's good value right now. Who's this?
All right, so we got a Bills pick, then a Patriots pick.
Okay, they're going to go for a backup center.
That's fine.
Patriots going to get a backup tight end.
The Cowboys got a bunch of picks. Back to the Bills.
Let's go grab a linebacker. I'm just taking top guy on the board.
Ooh, that's pretty good.
Everyone is finding this. This is boring. The other teams. It was a bad idea.
All right.
Darn you, Bismo Charisma.
Maybe we should have done this, but just for like 5 rounds. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I think that would have been just fine.
Ooh, we still have a 233, and Bo Melton is there. I didn't know Bo Melton was still on the board.
Cade York. Let's just get a kicker to compete with Eddie Pinheiro. We took 2 wide receivers. Okay. We should just go kicker. Yeah, let's just get our kicker, check the recaps, and gloat about how much better we did than everybody else.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, I think is that it for everybody or
for everybody? So Buffalo got Devin Lloyd, Smith, Jeremy Rucker, Jeffrey Gunter. This is not so bad.
It's a pretty good draft.
Not bad.
We were nice. Oh my gosh, what's wrong with us?
We did not hurt them at all. They're gonna like that. That's some quality players there. Okay, so that's Buffalo. Miami, they didn't
not
do
too many picks.
They didn't do horrible.
They got Mike Rose. That's a nice pick. Yeah, I didn't realize you gave Mike Rose. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Jake Ferguson and Darian Kennard.
Not a lot of picks, but I think they made the most out of what they had to work with. They don't even have a pick in the top 100 now. My goodness.
Then New England.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Amari Barrow at 200. Ellis Brooks at 210 from Linebacker University. I mean, the middle pick's a little bit questionable, but if Ajabo comes back, he could really make that draft class for them.
Yeah. Now let's look at our New York Jets.
Here come the Jets, babe. George Karlaftis.
So we go George Karlaftis at 10.
Edge Purdue.
We go Daxton Hill at safety at 29. We go Treylon Burks at 30. So we got ourselves our edge, our second best safety in the draft. Treylon Burks, a big, monstrous wide receiver. I
guarantee Frankie from Flatbush is watching this. He's already crunching the numbers in a spreadsheet on how much it will now take to sign this draft class. It's like $35 million.
Boy Maffei at edge, the double head. We got to double up just in case Karlaftis doesn't work out. Devontae Wyatt at tackle, starting tackle right away. He's in the rotation. Christian Harris right there to help CJ out. And
teams will not be running all over us anymore, folks. Not with those 2 picks. You just watch.
Isaiah Spiller. Green Bean thinks he's the best running back out of the draft class. He's certainly in the top 3. He's a powerhouse guy, a real banger. Will complement Michael Carter perfectly.
The thunder to the sword of lightning. Yes.
Here's a guy that's going to be hard to keep on the bench year 1. A lot of people think this guy wants to step in and start, and he might, except there's no room for him. But guess what? Injuries always happen. Between him and Cole Strange, we got a lot of depth now. We'll have depth.
And you know what? And Bernard Raymond might challenge Connor McDermott for some of those tight end reps because he's played a little tight end in his life. Keep that in mind.
Yeah. And then look at this. We still pull out a tight end in Jelani Woods. Big, strong, big, huge guy, freakish athlete. Let's see what he does. And then Kyle Phillips. I call him always open. He's always open.
I'm still waiting for him to respond to my DM, but we'll see if that ever happens.
Deangelo Malone. We tripled up on center, but you know what? This guy might be the shock of the draft. This is a good guy to have in the rotation, have in the room. And then we get ourselves a kicker. And guess what? Not only that, we somehow managed to pick up a 2023 third-round pick from Kansas City.
Not bad. I could see Malone being like a practice squad guy. I could, 1 or 2 of these guys might wind up on the practice squad, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, look.
We certainly had the most picks, to say the least. But I think that all four teams had pretty incredible drafts. I think we did better than the simulation usually does. Like when we compared these, and when we look at the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the Bills drafts.
So yeah, I think we're good. My son. I think that time will work. I'll set it up for tomorrow. We did better mods for other teams than their own fans.
We absolutely did.
It's true. It's true.
They should hire us to run their drafts for them. My gosh.
Dog Soldier's back in the house. What's up?
Hey, Dark.
Joe Campione. It's probably not that much. Pick 4 is probably more than 29 and 30. Hey, Joe, but we also got a 3rd-round pick from Kansas City, too. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? I'm doing my home, my Brooklyn Italian, my roots.
It always helps when you, yeah, right. But you need to do like because it brings out the accent. When I was reading the menu with the eggplant and the rolatini.
Joe Campione made out like a bandit in the last couple of weeks. He got all kinds of stuff from me.
Oh, I didn't even mention this to you. So I was actually walking through the city market today in Charleston. And I found like a bunch of cards. I went through the Jets cards, all like 9 of them that they had. They had, who is it? Titus Davis, I believe it was, the wide receiver. Remember him?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I could have gotten a Titus Davis card, and they actually wanted me to pay money to take it away.
Wow.
They should have been paying me money for that one. And they had 3 or 4 Denzel Mims cards. I'm like, are these actual cards or are these gag gifts at this point? But I went and taken 2 of the Denzel Mims cards. Like I did get a Zach Wilson rookie card, which is pretty sweet.
Mark Reese is asking where we're from, West Coast. I'm not from West Coast. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, but I live in Sacramento, and Adam is living in Virginia.
Yeah. Born and raised in Edison, New Jersey. Lived 20 years in Chicago, been in Virginia for the last little while. And tonight I am broadcasting from Charleston, actually Mount Pleasant, right outside Charleston, South Carolina. The Palmetto State.
We ended up not getting Xander Harvarth, but we signed him as an undrafted free agent.
There you go. Because we had a roster spot for him. But hey, don't be threatening Nick Barton now. If Xander Horvath can beat out Nick Barton, I'll be pretty impressed with that. Gotta say.
He might.
Well, it doesn't really matter what we think about your haircut. It's all that really matters is how your future wife likes it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice, Mark. Awesome. Yeah, I went to St. Joe's High School for 2 years and moved out. Yeah, St. Joe's in Metuchen. If you're a basketball fan, like that's where Jay Williams went, Andrew Bynum went, Carl Anthony Towns went. Yeah, really a basketball haven. No, I haven't been to the mac and cheese place yet. I was going to go Sunday, but unfortunately they're closed Sunday. Not sure I'll have a chance to get over there, but we'll see. If they have been open Sunday, it would have been doable. I don't know if we're going to go downtown tomorrow because it looks like it's in a pretty busy area of the city near the city market, and that's a pretty happening area. So it's not too late. Do we even know how to spell knots? Bro. Yep. Mark, you know it? Yep. You know that's true. Yep. I actually took a couple of classes in high school with Jay Williams. He was still Jason Williams at the time. The guy who now co-hosts the ESPN morning show. But we had history together. We had English together. And he was a pretty good guy.
Brownsville.
Okay.
My pediatrician was in Brownsville. I used to go there. I used to take the B6 bus from Canarsie.
Yep, closed Sunday, Dark. Yep, I looked it up. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of restaurants that, there's a lot of restaurants. They tend to close like Monday, but then they're open the rest of the week. Some places down here are closed like Monday and Tuesday, then they're open Wednesday through Sunday, especially with COVID and the lack of staff right now. It's a little bit difficult for, I think for these businesses to be open as much as they would like to be.
So J. Cole doesn't like to be corrected.
Ever. Yeah, don't worry, Mark. Don't go there with on maybe half a dozen occasions already. So, you'll just get used to it. Yeah. I've had the motorcycle accident. Like it was like his second year or something like that. He was never the same. It's unfortunate, but hey, he's made a good life for himself. I know he dealt with some depression. I haven't talked to him since I moved away, but he's in a good place. So yes, that's pretty cool. Grandizer, I don't think you would be too upset with the draft. I mean, the Dolphins only had 5 picks, but the fact that their first pick was at 102, I think you'd be pretty pleased with it. So
I'm going to show him.
Now, by the end, we were just taking the top player on the board. So by 158, we were just like, take him. So
yeah, but Dameon Pierce is a good running back.
So we really went offense heavy with them. So we didn't really take a defensive player until Mike Rose.
But we got him a good tight end. We got him a good developmental tackle, a good running back.
Absolutely.
And
a safety who I don't even know if Russie has ever heard of. I don't even think Mel Kiper knows who that is.
Yeah, we did all right for them.
I think we did.
Hey.
What's the matter with you?
I just like doing that sometimes. Hey. Oh. What do we do now with the draft?
Move on to 23.0, I guess. That's what we do.
I mean, if I'm
I'm tracking all the ones we do at the Monday night ones with Green Bean. So I have a running spreadsheet tracking everything that we've done, who we picked and what round, how many times we picked a certain position, and all that kind of stuff. It's been some pretty interesting tendencies I've seen. I won't get into them too much here, but how we have sort of like gotten hot on a player or gotten cold on a player. It's pretty fascinating how to watch since we did the first one in, I think December 14th was the first one. And, that was so long ago that the only safety we drafted at the time was Jalen Catalon, who's not even draft eligible anymore. So.
And you know what's funny is this is the draft the way it may go down. Like, it's not like the normal draft that we see. And you know that when it's all said and done, and you look at our draft, all our draft picks in a list, it's not going to be what any of us expected because it never is.
Absolutely. Yep. We know how secretive Joe Douglas and the scouts are. And to be honest, I like it that way. How much does the draft cost us? Well, I'm certainly glad you asked. Yeah, I don't know what the draft value chart is in terms of what you can expect to sign an actual draft pick for. But I'm sure it's something we could find. I do know that Rich Cimini had said that the current draft as is would cost us about $13 million. Now, we traded down from 4, so that's going to help a little bit. But you got to figure it's going to be several $1 million more with all the other first and second. Because we have 3 first-round picks and, 3 second rounds? It was either 2 or 3 second-round picks, right? Yeah. I think it was probably 3. Yeah, so if you have 6 picks in the first 2 rounds, man, you got to figure you're going to be spending a good. I think we definitely hit $20 million on this draft.
Hell yeah, that's why I always leave in my mock money draft or the offseason simulator. I always leave us with $20 million.
You have to.
So check this out. Welcome back to the dreams where they go, where they come around.
We tease them a lot because we got them on the spot. Welcome back.
Welcome
back. That's why you tune on Friday night. It's Friday night karaoke with Jeremy and Adam. We'll be taking all your requests all night long, from Deo to Welcome Back Connor.
Oh, Mr. Connor.
Oh, Mr. Connor. I will never do that voice again, just for the sake of a chat. Yeah, sadly, there's no long snappers available on that particular simulator.
I wonder if it was holding back on being aggressive, waiting on the Tyreek Hill deal. I don't know, because did anybody really know that was going to come to fruition, that Kansas City? I think it was kind of a shock that Kansas City – the whole thing was a shock, wasn't it? Like, nobody knew Kansas City was going to trade him.
They were working on it for a good week. I think ever since the contract came down for Devontae Adams, that's what put a hold up in the negotiations, because now Hill wanted to get paid on the level of a Devontae Adams. But from everything I hear, they agreed to the Jets trade first, and then they went to Miami. So put it this way. if they agreed to the trade, Kansas City agreed to Joe Douglas's trade offer, how much more aggressive did he need to get? Because at the end of the day, I mean, I guess he'll have to agree to it. I mean, do you want to say, well, he had to throw in a first-round pick so that they wouldn't take it anywhere else? Well, I guess Kansas City was kind of treating Tyreek Hill like he was in the frickin' NBA and said, are you okay with this, Mr. Tyreek Hill? Will you please take this offer? We just want you to be happy. You know, all of a sudden we're treating this thing like the NBA where the owners are catering to the players. So the NFL is like the owners are just losing their spines for crying out loud. So, yeah, I didn't have a whole lot of respect for how Kansas City did it. But, hey, like I said, if Joe Douglas could get Kansas City to agree to that trade, which I thought was an outstanding trade, you know, then who knows what he could still do. Joe Douglas is still in the business of fleecing teams and trades. It's just that this one, the player decided to go where, you know, there was no state tax, there was better weather, and where he lives.
He might surprise us. He might surprise us and get Jordan Davis with his first pick and trade back. I
love Jordan Davis. I'll tell you right now, I love him. I think he is a fantastic player. And, you know, people say, well, he's a two-down linebacker. Robert Saleh pretty much plays everybody or a lineman, excuse me. Robert Saleh plays every defensive lineman on this roster as a two-down lineman. No lineman on this team is going to play more than about 70% of the snaps anyway. So bring it. You know, if they want to trade down a little bit from 4 or 10 and maybe draft him there or draft him at 10, I'm good with it. I would do it.
Jeremy and Adam, sorry if this question was asked. No, don't be sorry. But any rumors of the Jets maybe trying to trade for an impact player? Teams see what Jets are offering for T. Hill. I think that definitely there's a chance that teams like Seattle and teams like Tennessee and eyebrow went up and said, "Oh, look, JD." You know, like I think everybody in the league that that wasn't I think everybody in the league that might be willing to pick up the phone for a wide receiver learned something about JD. They said, "Wow." Because nobody knew the Jets were that JD, or no one knew if JD was that serious about a WR1 premier kind of guy and what he'd be willing to give up. And the whole world just found out he's willing to give up a lot of money and 3 draft picks that are all, top, 35, 38, and 69. That's no joke, man. That's some heavy draft capital. So.
I mean, I guess my thing is, who else is out there on the market right now? I mean, I looked at who I thought were, competent, really good, like legitimate one wide receivers who aren't under contract. And AJ Brown, outside of that, who's going to be a free agent next year, it's really AJ Brown, and that's it. That's the only guy I could see legitimately being traded in the near future. So, will they be here tomorrow night? Well, I guess it depends on showtime, but. If it's late at night, I'd say it's not impossible. The hotel bar closes at 10 p.m. Let's put it that way.
Well, it's not that late. I'm going on with them at like 5:00 p.m. Eastern time. I think. So.
I think that one's going to be a little bit of a long show. Maybe it might be a cameo appearance, but we shall see. I know that dinner's going to be about 7-ish Eastern time tomorrow, so maybe we'll drop in. Just depends how the day goes.
Yeah,
I think they're taking both Jameson Williams and Ojabo. It's hard for me to imagine they would take 2 guys who suffered those injuries. One, I think, is pushing it. 2, I would say, not happening. Not after the injuries that they have dealt with, especially with that first draft class, and to a certain extent, the second draft class as well. I mean, you cannot guarantee health, but you can reduce the risk. And I think that's one thing they have to keep in mind.
I mean, if you take Ojabo, now you have Ojabo and Carl Lawson. You have 2 guys that you're depending on to be your leading edge rushers, and both of them are coming off Achilles, torn Achilles. I just can't see it. I can't see us living because we're the Jets, man. We have the worst luck, so I just don't think it works.
Yeah, I mean, watch opening day. You guys those of you who go to the games. I don't know who does, but you're going to go to the games. The first giveaway, I guarantee, is going to be a walking boot. First 10,000 fans get New York Jets walking boots in honor of all our Achilles injuries. Pass. Jordan Davis gives you PTSD. Mark, I don't know if you've watched the clip, but I've watched this guy's film, and I never saw Dwayne Robertson play with that much aggression against both the run and the pass. I never saw that from him. You might be right, but Dwayne Robertson.
But I think that Ajabo, who knows how far he might slip. I mean, there is a point in the draft where JD would say, I'll take a flyer on him, but he's not going to be the first edge guy we take in the draft. That's for sure.
I don't even know if I would do it until the third round, and I don't think he's falling that far. We need some guys who could play and step on the field and play, and he knows it. He knows the time is ticking where this team has to take a significant step forward. I don't think he's going to say, well, I can still wait. No, he wants plug and play. That's why I don't think there's any chance they take Jamison Williams, because he's not going to be back on the field till October or November. And by then, do we need another season where we're going to be completely out of it by Columbus Day? He knows we can't have that.
Yeah.
He knows the fans aren't going to have the patience this year for it. So I wouldn't count on Jamison Williams.
Yeah, Grandizer. It's not that they're not plugged in. It's that Jet fans are ridiculous. Like, we live on Twitter. So the second something breaks, it's all over Jets world. Because, like, that's why every time they have the Rookie of the Year, Rookie of the Week, Offensive Rookie of the Week, if a Jet gets nominated, the Jets win. Not only because there's just so many Jet fans just on Twitter. It's just out of control.
We are actually voting.
Yeah. They can't resign anybody. Yeah. It would be like, that was what's crazy about the Brady rumors. It's like, he's really going to go to Miami after he got so many people to resign in Tampa.
It would be kind of funny. I got to be honest, it would be kind of funny.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, Rusty? We looked a little bit on Greenby's show. We looked at last year's wide receiver class, saw how they were doing. Now, you're talking about next year? I mean, I don't know about you. I'm not really looking at prospects too much until it's pretty much bowl season. I mean, I'm not a big college football watcher to begin with. I readily admit it, but I prefer to watch certain players. Like, if there's a story, if a team has a story behind it, or if there's a certain player, I'll pay attention to it and I'll watch a national championship game. But you're not going to see me watch a college football week, every Saturday afternoon. So for me, I would compare 21 to 22. But is it me, or did this RAS thing come out of nowhere? I don't think I'd even heard of RAS until about 2 weeks ago. Jeremy? Is this the thing you were familiar with?
What?
The RAS score? Like, if you go to the simulator and you click on the profile, they have the RAS.
Oh, I don't know anything about it.
You were joking. Okay. Yeah. You see this RAS, I'm like, well, I guess I want that to be high. I don't know. Oh, Rusty's got a new guy, huh? Dante Demas. Sounds like a point guard.
Okay, we're gonna have to. Well, there's plenty of time to look at all that stuff next year.
Oh, is that next year? Oh, no. 1 year at a time.
I think he's talking about next year's class, but that's why Rusty always has a list. Would you both want?
I don't think.
So just roll with the draft.
Yeah, Grandizer. I don't think they're gonna trade AJ Brown. I really don't. I think they're gonna try to make it a priority to keep him. Would I want him on the team? Sure, I would. I can't imagine that Tennessee is going to trade him, though. I think they're going to really try to keep. He's a franchise candidate at worst. They won't lose him. Maybe after the franchise, maybe, but not this offseason.
Tennessee's window is not going to stay open forever. You don't give away your key playmaker, as far as a receiver, during your window. Like, they have to, they're running out of time. Henry's going to. We know our running back's lifespan only goes so long. Things start to fall apart. They've got to put it together right away. You can't give. They can't give away AJ Brown. They just can't.
They need a weapon in the worst way. Julio Jones was a failure there. I mean, their best tight end is a Jets reject, Firkser. Anthony Firkser was a guy the Jets cut, who's okay. they need a lot. And they got Robert Woods, which I thought was a very smart trade. If he's healthy, Robert Woods would be a very good, number 2 to go along with AJ Brown. So I think that was a wise choice. But they can still use another receiver on that offense. Relative athletic score. Okay.
Well, look at that. My son got a nice outfit picked out for tomorrow.
Sometimes I wonder.
Laughing at something I did.
That makes me feel better. He has a score of 10. That sounds good. Yeah, I think 10 is about as high as it gets, actually.
Sounds like a good score to me. And I know Brighton loves Christian Watson.
Christian Watson?
Christian Watson.
Christian Watson, mate.
He's big and he doesn't drop the ball.
The ball?
He's big. One of my best.
You're going Scottish there, but you're going Braveheart there.
He's one of my
He'll
best.
never take your freedom.
It's like, what did he say? Get dressed. We leave in the morning. You didn't want your father to die either, did ya? But he did. Get dressed. We leave in the morning. I'm your Uncle Argyle. You have the look of your mother. Yeah, I mean, you never know. There's a Miami Dolphin content creator that I think was really good, and I'm forgetting his name. He collaborates with Richie from Jets Media. He's a jokester. He jokes around and whatever, but he's pretty good. I don't know if he's a guy you listen to. I'm forgetting his name though, so how would I know? So how would we figure it out? Love is the correct word too. LOL.
Loves. Okay.
Watsuke, do you wonder about I pull ladies? You would know if you went to the bar to go, what? I don't know.
You could get arrested for that nowadays if you're pulling ladies. Just keep that in mind, J. Cole.
Yeah, you're not allowed to pull on them.
You can't. You don't want to be a puller guy. Yeah, don't be a pulley boy. It's pretty impressive. Yeah, I mean,
I'm sorry.
Brain, just let him keep drowning in quicksand. It's entertainment to us.
Wow.
So, I mean, like I said, whoever gets Davis, I think it's going to be a fantastic pickup. So I don't know if we're in a position to take an offensive tackle at 10, but if they did, I would not be upset about it.
I sent Green Bean a text watching that combine and said, this kid, Jordan Davis, is an animal. I know you don't want to hear about it. He's an animal.
It's just
absolute stud.
Yeah. No. Yep. We got to address edge, wide receiver, tight end. Yeah. I mean, there's linebacker. There's things that needs to be addressed, but I would say that is a guy who I think has a very, very high floor. I'd say him and Kyle Hamilton have two of the absolute highest floors of any prospect in this draft.
Jeremy can't do a New Zealand accent to save himself, but I love the effort. I got that part right. The last part.
You're like you're like a Scotstralian. You're somewhere between Scotland and the Outback.
I love the effort. Okay, I can't do it.
You're like a bad guy in Crocodile Dundee. Where's Dundee?
House football is fun. I'm just going through. Did you mock using the Draft News Network no trades unless you pay for it on that website? I never did a mock on anything other than.
Do you know approximately how much longer you can be on this call?
Hey, Jeremy, we're going to say how much longer are we going to go? I'm probably going to keep.
6 minutes.
I'm probably going to. Okay, yeah, all right. I'll go probably in 5. All right, that's fine. 5 minutes.
Okay.
That's good.
Yeah.
How much longer did you say?
5 minutes. It's a Jude moment. It's a Jude Jets moment.
Call me when you
Would you guys take Hamilton at 10? I would take Hamilton at 10, I guess.
Yes.
The best guy in the
Yes,
world.
I would.
Yeah.
I would. Yep.
Yeah.
If he falls that far, then yes, I would take him.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Why not? Fush and Chups. Fush and Chups. Play Fush and Chups. 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 Fush and Fush and Chups. Fush and Chups. Fush and Chups.
Chups.
Fush and
Chups.
Chups. Fush and Chups.
I'm heading to London. I'm going to have the fish and chips and bangers and mash. Yeah, but I can say bangers and mash.
Oh my God. Need a moment with Y2K. So that's Kiwi for fish and chips. Was I saying it right though? Were any of my interpretations of it right, or is it all wrong? Our Schultz is cracking up. He's having a good time. You guys, I am tired, man. I have no energy left. I'm just sitting here. We're just going through the chat.
All right.
Have you read the news about what Watson supposedly did today? I heard a report that the report was really sick.
What he did today was really sick?
I don't know anything. Oh, something about what he said. Like, I think he was denying. I think he was saying that the reason that he saw 50 different masseuses is because people's schedules change. Like, he had some weird explanation.
Dark, I've been up since 3:30 a.m. So that's all I'm going to tell you. But we're here. We're here.
Someone said that Watson was put up a towel to the woman's face and asked her. They put up a towel to her face and said, "Does this smell like chloroform to you?" Is that true?
Don't try that at home, guys, or anywhere.
Is that a joke? That's got to be a joke. That's a joke. That's not realistic. It sounds like the punchline to a joke.
That was a smooth transition.
Yeah. One second. It wasn't too bad, mate. Yeah. So if you write it out for me phonetically, I can figure it all out.
The bangers and mash was he had fish and chips. I was just like, I feel like fish and chips. I feel like it's more fish and chips, like that. As opposed to foosh and choops or whatever the hell you were saying.
Fish and chips. Well, we're gonna. I can't wait to hear Braden say it. So, hey guys, okay, we're going in 2.5 minutes. Let me talk about some things. So there's going to be a draft that I do with J. Cole tomorrow. He's the guy that threatens you and asks if you like chicken cutlets and all that stuff. We're going to do it at 5 p.m. Eastern. Sunday is going to be a special show at 2 p.m. At 2 p.m. Eastern time. I'm going to have a guy from Ireland. His name is Captain K Techno. He's going to be telling us what's going on in the last month of his life. In the last month, he has traveled with a punk rock band as a roadie, but he also went to the Ukraine and delivered donations and stuff to people in the Ukraine. And he's going to talk about that. He's a great Jets fan, great guy. He's been in the Jets fan for a while. So we're going to have him on Sunday. And then Sunday nights, later in the evening, me and Zam are going to do our usual mock draft duel. So we got 3 shows coming up this weekend. Make sure you tune in. And, oh, man, I'm tired. I got to go to bed. But you want to, Watsuke, anything you got to say?
Well, I just have one request of you. When you have the fellow from Ireland on, please do not try to do his accent back to him. All right, that's about the only thing I would request you do. Okay.
The only thing I do is call him lad. I'm like, hello, lad.
Hey, lad. All right. Well, yeah, I'll be here in South Carolina for the rest of the weekend. I'll be back in Virginia on Monday, and then Wednesday we'll be back and ready to go. If anything's happening, let me know. I'll try to pop in for a little bit. Late night's probably a little bit easier for me, but man, yeah. Thanks everybody for coming out tonight. Thanks for participating. Get some rest and have a kick-ass weekend. We love you.
Thank you to everybody who's here. Take care and have a good one. See you tomorrow and the day after that. I would regret it if people look back at the first episode and you weren't on it.
Yeah, well, I like that. It's called forward thinking.
We have one of the worst beats in the world. We do. Our beat is horrible.
Connor could shove that article up his ass.
And then I went to that game, and I was like, this is the greatest team I've ever seen in my life. I'm a Jet fan. This is going to be the greatest run ever. Yeah.
No, because if they take Ekwonu, I'm not complaining.
Joe Douglas is the king of keeping shit close to the vest.
A 2, a 4, and a 6 for Darnold?
Did the Jets really ruin Sam Darnold, or did Sam Darnold just suck all along and we were just trying to talk ourselves into it?
And Hamilton is a player who can potentially make a very big impact.
And suddenly here we are today, you can't get rid of him.
Right, it's like a plague.
Joe Douglas was hired because he's not those general managers.
Hey, Luscious. Somebody is going to fall just like Elijah Moore did, just like Michael Carter did.
You know, what would, if you had one sentence to say to Joe Douglas, what would you say? So you would say, you had me at hello, and then